Hi everybody, I'm John Lincoln with Ignite Visibility, and today I'm going to give you the secret formula for paid media that nobody is telling you. This formula is going to result in a huge amount of exponential growth for your paid media strategy. Let's dive into it. Before you get started, make sure to click the notification bell and make sure to subscribe so that you can get more videos like this in the future. Okay, so this secret formula for paid media is a 7-step process that's based off of my book, The Forecaster Method. And by the end of this video, you're gonna know how to find everything your competitors are doing. You're gonna know how to find the best types of paid media for yourself. You're gonna learn how to do projections, and you're gonna learn how to set up a formula that allows you to hit your goals and hit your goals over time. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first part. So first thing is you want to start by reverse engineering all the different competitors that are out there and seeing how much they spend online. So my favorite tools for doing this are Pathmatics, SimilarWeb, SpyFu, SEMrush, and then the Google Benchmark Report. So Pathmatics is a competitive analysis tool that's going to let you see everything that your competitors are spending online and all the different places that they have their media mix. So that's really, really powerful. SimilarWeb and SpyFu are going to do the same things, although there's a little bit of difference between the tools. And then SEMrush is the most basic out of all those. But what you want to do is gather all of that data, find everything that your competitors are doing, and then you can use that to essentially create the same strategy for yourself or the same framework for yourself so that we can get into the next phase, which I'm going to talk about in a second. Also, it's really important you take a look at the Google benchmark reports. What that is going to allow you to do is if you've opted in, it's going to allow you to see all the different people in your industry and what their benchmark data looks like for the different sources of traffic. So you can't actually see exactly who it is, but you can get industry data and then see how close you are to the other people in all the different traffic sources, so you can see if you should be focusing more on one area or another area and if you should be spending more or less, okay? So number one is reverse engineering all your competitors and doing competitive analysis. Okay, so step number two, you want to create a list of all the best sources of traffic that you think will have the highest return for your website. So, for example, if you see within Pathmatics or within SimilarWeb and these other areas that your competitors are spending money, you want to take that and create a list for yourself. It could be Google Ads, could be Bing, could be LinkedIn, could be Instagram, could be display, could be Facebook, right? But get a list of all the most popular places that people are advertising on these other areas, and then that's going to allow you to see where you should be looking. Okay, item number three, you're going to want to project a conversion rate. So if you look at your main website, and if you look at your main website landing pages, and if you look at your main website overall, there's a conversion rate associated with your whole site. It's usually somewhere between 0.5 and 2%, depending on the type of website, the type of goal. And then there's a conversion rate based off of a landing page, right? So what you want to do is take your best educated guess and then project a conversion rate and project that conversion rate on top of the source of traffic that you're driving traffic from. So for example, if you are determining that you want to try Facebook or you're doing Facebook, you take a look at that and then you think about what would your conversion rate be there, usually somewhere between 0.5% and 2%, like I said. Okay, item number four, you want to apply your budget and then determine a cost per acquisition, okay? So cost per acquisition is how much it costs you to acquire a customer, right? How much it costs you to complete an action on the site in total through paid media. So what you want to do is try to figure out how much is it going to cost you to actually complete that. Okay, so cost per acquisition is calculated by total campaign cost divided by number of conversions. That's what equals CPA, okay? So in this case, if your total campaign cost was $1,000 and your number of conversions was 10, your cost per acquisition would be 100, for example. So if you can figure that out, then you can know exactly how much you spend and how much exactly you're going to get for that network. So you want to project that out. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to run a test on each of those sources. So for example, and this is a big number for some people, it's smaller for other people, but if you ran a $10,000 test on 5 different types of sources of traffic, that's going to allow you to determine a CPA, right? So for example, if you run 10,000 on these 5 sources, you get a cost per acquisition of 200, 200, 100, 150, then you're going to know exactly how much you have to spend in order to hit that amount of conversions that you would have right there. Okay, so now we've done some competitive analysis. We've created a list. We've projected a conversion rate. We've determined a cost per acquisition. We've run a test, and now we know cost per acquisition for up to 5 networks. So what do we do next? Well, the next thing we want to do is we want to set a goal. So if our goal is to hit 2,000 conversions a month, then we know that we can build a mathematical framework around that so that the business can reliably and very closely to reliably hit that 2,000 conversions a month. So here's how we would do that. So what you want to do, and what I teach in my book, The Forecaster Method, is you never want to have 100% of your eggs in one basket, right? It's this whole idea of a diversified portfolio. It's the same thing with your financial portfolio. You don't want to have too much in one stock, one security. If that crashes, you lose everything. So we want to have a diversified portfolio. So I always say never more than 30% in one bucket. So never more than 30% of your conversions should come from one area. So in this situation, we've taken these 5 traffic sources with these 5 different cost per acquisition. Some are $200 going all the way down to $50. And what we've done is we've prioritized number 5. Number 5 is prioritized here because it's only a $50 cost per acquisition, so it's the lowest. Number 4 right here is a $100 cost per acquisition. Number 3 is a $100 cost per acquisition, and number 2 is a $200 cost per acquisition. It's the most expensive. So what we want to do is allocate 30% of our budget to number 5, 25% of our budget to number 4, 25% to number 3, and 20% to number 2. And that's going to give us this nice diversified portfolio of leads coming in. So all we do is we multiply 2,000 by 0.3, 2,000 by 0.25, 2,000 by 0.25, 2,000 by 0.2, and that's going to give us the number of conversions that we want to get from this channel. So now we know the number of conversions, the percentage we want from each channel, the number of conversions we want to get from each channel, and all we do is multiply that by the cost per acquisition, and then that gives us the total cost that we will need to spend for each channel so that we can hit this goal. So now we know we would need to spend $30,000, $50,000, $50,000, $80,000 on all these various channels, and you can see that it goes from least expensive to most expensive. Then we take that a step further, we add all that up, and we can see our total monthly marketing budget, which would be $210,000 in 1 month so that we could hit 2,000 conversions. Okay, so the final step in this is people in business, they don't work on a monthly basis, right? They work on a quarterly basis and an annual basis. So what we want to do next is we want to plot out this by month. And there can be seasonality that happens. There could be more people that come into auctions and things like that. So we want to forecast over a quarterly period how much that 210,000 changes based off of the needs of the business and based off of seasonality. So that could, fluctuate quite a bit for somebody who's got a big spike within a certain part of the year. Okay, everybody, so that's how you set up an accurate paid media forecasting framework. That's based off of my book, The Forecaster Method. You can go ahead and check it out on Amazon. If you like this and you want to learn more about forecasting for your paid media, reach out to ignitevisibility.com or give us a call at 619-752-1955. Have a great day. Leave a comment below. I'd love to talk to you. See you soon. Bye.